All right, my friends, it is Tuesday. It's another episode of the Daily Bravo Digest. I'm your host, Giorgio. And yeah, we're going to pick up on some things we've already talked about. So, not too many topics today, but we do need to update you on some of the stories. The first one is Bywig Hello Drama on Instagram. Shout out to Bywig Hello Drama for posting some older clips of Leah McSweeney basically being hypocritical to what she has alleged in her lawsuit against Bravo and the whole universe of reality TV. So we're going to dig into that. We're also going to discuss what this whole Heather Gay situation is, where she's talking about being overweight is just not great. Essentially, that's what she's saying. She also said body positivity is for the birds. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into today's hot topics. Welcome to the Daily Bravo Digest, where I, Giorgio Takanakis, from Giorgio Says, takes you through today's top Bravo celebrity stories, and I give you a quick synopsis so you don't have to go searching for the information yourself. So let's dive into today's hot topics. All right, my friends. So we need to update you on the Leah McSweeney of it all. It seems like there's just a firestorm of things coming down the pipeline for Andy, Bravo, production companies, etc. Now, the positive thing for Andy is that he has had a number of housewives, new and OG status, come out in defense of him, saying they have never seen him offer anyone cocaine or even do anything close to that. So I also read that he was consulting with different PR firms, and I think people are misconstruing it like he's looking for someone to come in and clean up this mess. But I really think he's just never really been in a situation like this where it's like really hot in the kitchen. So he's doing what I think anybody would do. He's going and getting advice from different PR firms. He, I think as far as page 6 recalled, he had not retained anyone yet, but it's always good to shop around and see who's the best fit. Now, when it comes down to Leah McSweeney, you know, Bywig Hello Drama did the Lord's work with pulling some of these older clips, because in one clip, we have her with Bryce Sanders from ET, where he asks her, would she go back to Real Housewives of New York? And she said, yes, she would love to come back if she was asked, right? So where did it all change, Leah? Because you said it to Bryce Sanders that you would come back. You did 2 seasons of Roni. And then if that wasn't enough to solidify you not wanting to return to this space, you came back again. But by your own words, you said it was a nice paycheck. She got paid $250,000 to do Ultimate Girls Trip. Now, what she also says is that although the producers offered to basically accommodate her being sober, that they would put her in a hotel that would be closer to AA meetings. It was said that she wanted to be in the same house. But then she's alleging that when she did want to go to AA meetings, the producers would not set up transportation for her to go. So a lot of conflicting things here. There's also her own statement where she says that her drinking, her belligerent behavior is not something she would point the finger at producers for, because she herself said she's an adult, everyone's an adult. But she also said, and this is interesting, she also said that producers should be like bartenders, in that they should cut off the cast members if they've had one too many. Now, I don't know what you guys think about that one, because to me, I'm going to say it's not the same thing. You know, going into someone's establishment, which is a business that has an alcohol license, yes, it is the responsibility of the bartender to not let people get so sloshed, because God forbid they get behind a wheel or they go out and they do something dangerous. But when you're on a show like this, I don't think it's the producer's job to babysit you because you may have an addiction issue. Again, there has to be some self-accountability. I'm not trying to belittle addiction issues, But at the same time, Leah wasn't fresh on her journey to being sober. She should have known what those triggers may look like for her. So I don't think people are buying it. There's also not a ton of evidence that is swaying people to believe this. And again, like I said, there's been countless Bravo talent that have come out, celebrities alike, speaking in defense of Andy Cohen. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about that, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So thank you to By Wig Hello Drama for pulling those clips. You are a gem. All right, let's get into the next story because this is just sad to me. It's just, I almost feel like this was, insecurity on a level that could no longer be controlled. But I also think that in this case, Heather Gay, it's clear she's had, a transformation. She's had a little bit of a refresh. I think she looks great. I'm always here for someone wanting to do a little refresh on themselves, honey, because I, from time to time, like to do that too. But what works for me doesn't work for everyone else. And the reason why I'm saying that is because in this Nightline clip, Heather Gay is saying basically that body positivity is not a thing. Like it's basically bullshit. And it's better to not be overweight. Now, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I know what's what. But in the situation surrounding all of this, these sound bites, I feel like this is information that should have been kept to Heather. Like, her saying this out loud on such a public format is definitely going to trigger people out there that are doing their best to stay body positive. And I can imagine we all have a different version of what body positivity looks like. But I think when she says it like the whole, like Santa's not real, like she's making a blanket statement because it didn't work for her. Body positivity, the practice of that did not work for her because ultimately it sounds like she fell into the insecurity of what others around her, her castmates, people, trolls on the internet, you know how it goes. But she fell into that trap. And so she went and did something about it. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't shame people for wanting to change something because they're not happy with it. As long as they're doing it for themselves and they're not doing it for something else or someone else. But this sounds like she caved under the pressure of the environment that she's in. I'm not sure. But I think saying it out loud is going to definitely send some people down that rabbit hole that thought they were doing good. And then they're going to hear her say, well, that's a bunch of crap. Body positivity's, bullshit. You guys need to stop being overweight. Like, that's what they're going to hear. And that's what's sad to me. And even Heather said in this Nightline interview that once she made those changes, she was received better by the people around her. She was complimented more. She, felt more accepted. And she even points out that that's sad. It's sad that that's what it actually took for her to feel like, well, this is not really a hot topic, but I did find it interesting that we're still pulling these little tricks. So I'll leave you with this little story tidbit, if you will. Jax and Brittany. Okay, I know. We've made up our minds. We definitely feel like this is all just a publicity stunt. However, Brittany's, turning up the notch here and there. So she decided she was going to just go back to her maiden name on Instagram. Yes, she is making a statement, you guys. She wants you to take this seriously. She is done with Jax's shit. Anyways, that's about all there is to it. I don't understand why that's even news, but it is apparently. But yeah, let me know down below what your thoughts are on everything that we talked about here today. From the Leah McSweeney hypocritical statements that I talked through with you guys. And then I also want to hear from you guys on the Heather Gay of it all. Do you think that this should have been so openly discussed Does it have ramifications? Does it trigger you? Are you triggered out there? Are you someone who's practicing body positivity and this is the last thing you needed to hear? Let me know down below. But that's all I got for you guys today. So until the next episode of the Daily Bravo Digest, I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.